Today I'm going to talk about movements that I think are really important that I use with clients, and these are some of the recurring themes that keep coming up. So one of them is how to get up and off the ground, why it's so important, and blah, blah, blah. So I think it's really important to get up and off the ground if you can't get up and off the ground anymore. And I think it's important to get up and off the ground if you need to get up and off the ground and you can't get up and off the ground anymore. But generally, as we get older, I'm in my 40s, so you get into your 50s, 60s, and 70s, it becomes really critical and older to get up and off the ground. And I think one easy way to do that is start to get into this squat position and just hang out with your body weight and make it more and more comfortable. What I normally tell clients to do, or people I'm working with, is to have some object in front of you and just start to sink back a little bit. And then what you're looking for is you're in this squat position, you're looking for your shin angle, which is how does your shin relate to your foot? So in this position, you're standing, and then see how my knee is going to go forward over my toe? Well, that's just shin angle. So you put your hands on something and you just get down into this squat and just see where you're comfortable. And while you're here, it actually allows you to, I'm just going to set a timer so I'm not here forever. I like 30, 60, 90 seconds, 2 minutes. The goal is to get down as low as you can and hold it, regardless of how your body is taking shape. So you're here, you're in this position. You want to load the foot a little bit more, see how my shin angle changes. Notice how there's a little wrinkle in the front part of my shin, and that's all right. And you're just trying to make this position easier because this puts you almost at the ground. So you're here, but notice how high my butt is. This would just be lowering your butt down and continuing to load the front part of your foot because that's your shin angle. And then notice what happened between my shin angle and my butt, and then how low I was able to get. And while you're here, it stretches a lot of muscles. So what I'm suggesting is that you get into an isometric squat, hold on to something, look at the shin angle, look how it changes, and start from there. I think that's a really great place. Now I'm going to show you another movement. I'm going to get the room a little reorganized here. This is a movement I really like. You can do this with 2 bands attached together. I just happen to have a strap. One of the reasons that I have a strap is because of my work with clients, and I need to be able to walk them through it. So I'm going to share with you what I call the pelvic rotation band wrap. So right now I have this strapped to a band. You can choose to use it in whatever way you want. So I'm going to step with my left foot in. Let's see. I'm going to step with my right foot in, all the way up, and then you're going to rotate away, right sort of at your hip pockets. And we're going to slide you away also so you can see me a little bit better. You can do this with 2 bands attached, and I won't go over how to do that now. I'm going to slide this mat over, and all that I'm doing, see how my head and my chest, I'm actually going to pick up another band here just because this is really not hard enough. The bands that I really like, maybe I'll put a link in them, because the bands that I'm using right now are not necessarily my favorite. So it's behind so if it's my right leg, it goes behind the other bum, across, and now I have a little bit more wiggle room for how hard this is and the challenge I feel, so I can really speak to that. So right now my inside leg is loaded. The inside leg is the leg that's closest to the band. And so I'm going to let myself shift over. See how my head, my heart is over this hip? What you don't want to have is this hip hiding behind you. See how my hip is almost at the middle of my body? I want to keep my hip over this leg, and then I'm going to push away from it. And there's a lot of different things you can look at in the foot. You can roll to the outside of the foot, the inside of the foot, but at its base, this, what I call a lateral squat, this weight shifting from side to side, driving away from this inside leg. The band is wrapped around your hips. You can shift, you can rotate, and just feel what it's like to really move through the pelvis and move the socket of the hip on top of the femur. So right now my socket, one bone is turning this way, My femur's only turning so much, my thigh is only turning so much, but my hip's turning. And so you're just trying to disrupt that communication, change it, and just get some movements in and out. And I like a minute. And then I always like to do the other side, so I'll just show you that setup. Left leg is in, so it's back around the right side, the right hip because it's the opposite. I rotate until it's that inside leg. You can do this with cables or bands, and it's just a weight shift, and there's a lot of different ways to use it, but I call it the pelvic rotation band wrap. So I like that move. I think that's a really great movement to learn about your pelvis, what's going on inside the pelvis, and also sort of how to make it sustainable to get your hips to move on top of, or get the socket to move on top of the hip. And then another movement that I like, and I guess I'll put a link for this in here too. I didn't think about adding all these links, but right now what we're gonna do, hopefully it sets up easy. See me okay? So now we're gonna do some hangs. So these are hanging bars. I'll put them in the link if you want. I'm gonna set a timer so I don't forget about this. And we're just hanging. And so there's a lot of different ways to hang. Right now my grip is kind of close. As I'm going down, I'm trying to let go of pretty much all of the muscles around my shoulder, head and neck, but I'm actually using my feet. I don't know if you can see it. I'm using my feet to support me. So I can go up with my feet or with my shoulders, and we're just hanging, and we're just getting a sense of what that's like. And I really think this is a really great move. Now I'm gonna show you another version of that. And this is gonna be specifically with these bars, but you can really use any of them. I'm just gonna set a little timer so I can talk to you while I'm doing it. You're down, you have one arm, and then you're rotating away from your palm and rotating back. And now because that's so intense, I'm just gonna switch sides. So I'm gonna rotate away from it, rotate back towards it, and then actually I'm just gonna switch again. And it just makes it super easy to find ways of hanging from one arm, to find ways of rotating the arm, and find ways of rotating the body underneath of the arm. So I think those are really great movements, and I also really like this one. I'm gonna grab a step. Well, I have this step here. I'm gonna step on the step, and that step is actually gonna allow me to go up higher, right? Like I'm up in this position, and I'm gonna grab the pull-up station here, and I'm just gonna hold myself, and I'm gonna take up more of my weight, and I'm gonna bend my legs and pull myself up. And I like this idea of squatting and pulling, or squatting and rowing. And I think this is a really great movement. It's at the bottom where you want to learn how to let go, and that's why the hang, I like that first. But I also like the idea of integrating the use of the legs when you're down, and so you're sort of pumping this whole body. And there's actually a couple more movements that I use with clients. Woo! You okay? That I use with clients, and one of the reasons I know how to set you up and take you around is because I do a lot of online clients. So I hope this has a good view. Let me just check from the other side. I'll tweak you a little bit like that. So you should be able to see me here okay. And I'm gonna put my hands on the wall, and I'm gonna walk my legs back until it feels like I really need the wall. And then from here, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bend my legs and straighten them. So my heels are up off the ground. Let me show you what that looks like. And you're just gonna pump. You're basically gonna pump your feet, pump your ankles. So this should give you that view. Let me turn you a little bit more. But I'm leaning against the wall. I'm bending my legs and then straightening them. And that's just helping me to get comfortable with relaxing my heels a little bit and then standing, so you can see how I'm plantar flexing a little bit more. I'm letting that foot come a little bit more towards my shin. See the wrinkles in my ankle. And then from there, when I stand, there's no more wrinkles. I'm sort of using the backside of my foot. So I think these are a couple really great moves. So we went over squat. We went over the pelvic band wrap, the pelvic rotation band wrap, because the pelvic band wrap is actually is actually a different wrap. We went over a couple different hanging strategies. Hanging strategies, squat and row, and then a wall lean, bending of the legs, so a different version of a squat. So I guess we actually did a couple different squats, and I like all of these moves. So is that the body weight, lateral squat, the hang, the pull up and squat, or the row and squat, and then the hands against the wall squat. So for each one of those, I like 30, 60, 90 seconds a few times a week. So try to use this as a resource to spark ideas for yourself and give these movements a try. And then if you want to, drop a comment and we'll see how it goes when I'm able to respond to you. But I hope that I'm able to. All right, take care.